Hey everybody, it's Edwardo here with your DraftStream call sheet review, weekend preview, and he's back to his winning ways. That's right, the bird is the word. Jay Bird, the Canadian sensation, formerly of the 6-week Canadian occupation, is back atop the standings. I tried, y'all. I tried. I waited until 5:30 p.m. to do my call sheets. I thought I had a winning beat on this week. But right now, it looks like Jay Bird is out to the post-lock early lead. Let's see how he did it. Athlete A. Heavy exposure to Athlete A. I believe that is a 6-pack of Athlete A. Headliner stack of Living to Love, aka Amar y Vivir, not good Spanish, and a headliner stack of Adventure Time, Distant Lands. How does this compare to the perfect call sheet? Well, look what we have here. A full roster, a max stack of Athlete A is in play, along with headliners from A Regular Woman, our highest priced title this week. Exposure to Adventure Time, exposure to Living to Love. For our very first, what's that? 5-3-2 headliner, co-star, day player construction. For those who thought it couldn't be done, there you have it. And it took one of the highest scores we've seen in this game. It's out the gate, 117.30 from Athlete A. I actually watched Athlete A, I think Wednesday night. Yeah, today's Thursday. I watched it Wednesday night last night, or at least finished it up Wednesday night, partially Tuesday night as well. And it's heavy. I liked it. I liked it fine, but it's heavy material. But it seems like it has uniform praise from both critics and audiences so far. And so let's keep our eye on this, see how high it can go as more people are exposed to it. This came out on Wednesday, so this is one of our rare Wednesday titles. 480, so a decent sample size, but still room enough to move either upwards or downwards. Ring balls, our guest this week on the Cinema Draft podcast, in second. And he also had heavy exposure to Athlete A. This time he had a 6-pack of Athlete A. Also didn't want to break the informal 2-day player rule, so he only has 1 day player exposure. Living to Love, headliner stack, Madagascar, which does not have a score yet. I'm also intrigued to see how this performs. Apparently this movie was completed in 2018. Might have bounced around the festival circuit trying to find a buyer. Right now I believe it's video on demand. Okay, I thought it might have been Prime. And exposure to A Regular Woman. And it looks like, yes, A Regular Woman. You would need A Regular Woman for the perfect call sheet. Somewhat shrewd of Jay Bird to sidestep Regular Woman. Although this 103.85, you can pretty much count on. It looks like it's been out for about a year. It's coming to virtual theaters right now. Sample size of any day now, IMDb. There we go. 749. So it could conceivably move up and down some. We'll have to see. Adventure Time, Distant Lands. Off to a strong start. Only 2 scores recorded. We'll have to see how that performs as well. And in third place, myself, my number one lineup, about 20 points. No. 40 points. Ooh, almost 40 points off the pace. And I really thought I was doing something here. So I had exposure to Athlete A, nice 6-stack right there. Only went with 1 day player, I chickened out. I was trying to squeeze in 2 a regular woman's to get that juicy 40% headliner bonus. And because of that, it forced me to punt with Madagascar. And so this will be interesting. So we'll see as Madagascar, which I believe is a documentary on some of the women and lives of Madagascar residents. Madagascar, you know, outside of that cutesy little Disney cartoon animation, not a lot really known about Madagascar to the Western world. So can't say I'm going to go see it, but I'd be interested to see what the results are for this weekend. But if it gets so much as, like, let's say it gets like a 6 and a 70 in those respective scores, that might put me in the ball. Yeah, that puts me in the ball game. Puts me within striking distance. So we shall see how this plays out this weekend. It's my 3rd place. The low ball, Ring Ball's reign of lowness for the past 2 weeks is in jeopardy. He is 3 out from the low ball, and here it is again, Jaybird gunning for the number last spot. Right now he's loaded up on Irresistible, which seems wise, although a bit pricey. If you're going low, 67.10, below your default score is 69.5. Eurovision definitely looks like some pure trash. Right now, I believe it's our lowest scoring title, but it's expensive. It's going to cost you, so it only had 3 right there. And Madagascar with the default score, and Midway to Love. As we know, these Hallmark movies, and HMM stands for the Hallmark Movie Matinee? Hallmark movie? What does HMM stand for? Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. There we go. Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. So we know that this number is pretty much set in when it comes to Hallmark stuff. It doesn't seem to get a lot of coverage, not a lot of ratings from the critics at all. We'll see if a Google user score pops up, but I wouldn't hold my breath. So that's a strong start by Jaybird. My 3rd call sheet, I went heavy with Eurovision. I think once audiences get a hold of this, it's going to be all she wrote. Although I did admit on my podcast with Ring Balls that I would give it half an hour to win me over. So we shall see. I might check out half an hour of it at least this weekend. Irresistible definitely looks like hot trash, hot garbage, but it's pricey, so I can only get 3 of them in there. Midway to Love, and My Spot. I guess I was punting here. I don't know. Like I really think Madagascar, which was eligible for these slots, I just think it's gonna do some sort of audience number or critical numbers over the weekend. So I steer clear of that. My Spy might hurt me. 81.90 actually is really good value for this. But I was up against it. I was running out of time before game lock. So this might have been a bad choice on my part. I mean, 81.90 points for 6,300 is decent value. So that's my bad. And then Ring Balls. Ring Balls! What does he need to do to get low? Oops, second one. Here we go. He went with the sure thing, Midway to Love. 6-pack of that, 3-pack of Irresistible, and it looks like just to get Irresistible actually. Oh, it's curious. He actually had a lot more salary to go. My Spy, he also went with My Spy, which probably was a mistake on his part, like me. But if I were you, I'd probably. Oh, that's right. You have to have a 3rd title, don't you? Okay. So maybe he's banking on My Spy. Oh, well, you know what? 6.2. That doesn't suck. In a 9100, not 9100 people on the for a sample size for a rating, that number's not moving. So maybe he's hoping Google users will downvote it some, but this 81.90 looks like a pretty solid score. Like it's not going to be moving much. Critics hate it. I don't know how much more critical hate it can get. 49 and 45, well below the default averages of Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. And one more. Let's take a look at Gamble 24x7. What's going on this week, G24? He tied for first 2 weeks ago, won outright last week. Let's see what he needs to get in there. The Audition needs some help. Foreign drama, virtual theaters. Actually, virtual theaters might not be that bad a play. Because you go to the master score list that we have out here, and you sort it by platform. Here you go. Virtual theaters. Virtual theaters, not bad. You have 168 and 160.20, but everything else is over 80. So virtual theaters, and what virtual theaters are, just as a refresher, it's basically video on demand, but your video on demand dollars can be steered towards a currently shuttered theater, like an indie theater in your neighborhood, and so they get part of that revenue. So I guess the psychology behind virtual theaters is that you have people who are seeking out these somewhat obscure or niche titles, like your foreign dramas, what have you, paying for them. They're more inclined to like what they see, I guess, because they already know what they're looking for. They're seeking this out. It's not like you're kind of flicking through the queue on video on demand or something. You have to kind of seek this out, I guess. And you want to support your local theater. So I don't know. So it seems like virtual theater titles, for whatever reason, generally stand for quality. Ella Fitzgerald, off to a slow start, but really only has 2 scores in. Looks like it might do okay. And then, of course, Brown Baby. My mom, the draft mom. What she got going this week? So strong start, Athlete A. Probably wants a little more exposure to Athlete A. And this is what killed her. She has a second day player, which, if it were Athlete A, is not a bad thing, but she did it with Ella Fitzgerald. That right there is leaving points on the table, Mom. You hate to see it. Even another co-star, if she could have afforded it, of Ella Fitzgerald would have been better. And maybe she's expecting great things out of Ella Fitzgerald, but with the information that we had going into lock, you don't need another day player here in this slot. It's a rookie move, Mom. I'll have to coach you up this week. Otherwise, her belief in Ella Fitzgerald, it's off to an okay start. I think these numbers will move upward some, but, I mean, how high can it go? 80? 83? So I don't know if I would have spent that much capital on this title. Esme and Roy, pretty locked in. And it looks like it's actually kind of right at value. 89 points for 12,300. This also is a case of a TV show that's been out for, I guess it's debuting its 3rd season. So pretty much the numbers are what they're going to be. If you're not getting a Rotten Tomatoes critic score or a Metacritic score in your 3rd season, you're probably not going to get one. If you look at the IMDb user rating, 43, only 43 people, so this actually could move if more people discover it. What platform is it on? Okay, it's on HBO Max, so maybe a new audience will discover it and might get some more ratings over the weekend. So we'll keep an eye out on this, but this is a pretty good start. Mostly due to user recognition. All right. Well, I am literally melting in my chair right now in the attic. Have to have the AC off while I record, so we're going to keep it short. Thanks for playing, everybody. And I will be back on Saturday afternoon, sometime after 12 p.m. Pacific time, with your Saturday estimates and update. Thanks for playing, everybody. I'll see you on Saturday.